want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Garoppolo now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Chiefs had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Garoppolo. Same target. It's Jacobs again. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here we go. 21, 21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
65, 65.
Counter play with Jacobs. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Garoppolo on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go, here we go.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
21. Here we go.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Tucker. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Mahomes will try again on second down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes your crosses get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 22-yard touchdown ground, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Caught on the right side by Adams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. He hits Adams, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A first down for Davante Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building up a ball.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trent McDuffie in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo can't get away, and he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction. direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Mahomes throwing on fourth.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon.
And the Raiders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez found out Scantling. 34 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need to...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. It's still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Chiefs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup,
Time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive to the 43, second down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 13.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
21, 21. 21. Here we go.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Hey, John.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. Touchdown Raiders. Jacoby Myers from 10 yards out. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake.
You see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete to Adams.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Touchdown Raiders from 21 yards away.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw there into the hands of Ross.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mahomes now on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
He's got a man complete past the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes under pressure, and they got to him again. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they should do so with their heads held high. What a performance it was by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you first want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.